Hey guys, my article is found on the BBC website. It is written by David Gritton. It is called Israeli Strike on Gaza City School Kills 27. It was put out yesterday, April 3rd, 2025. Today is April 4th. Basically, it summarized about how the latest Israeli attack against the Hamas, which is the Palestinian militia, was done against a school that was actually housing displaced families, displaced Palestinians from the war. So they did an aerial strike against it, claiming that the Hamas was using it as a command center to plan civilian terrorist attacks against the people there. So far, the article goes on to continue saying that specific people were missing still from the airstrike, not just killed, but missing. And one specific was a pregnant woman with twins. And she and her husband, her sister, and she had 3 kids who are also all missing from the attack. There's pictures and videos about how children were being rushed to the nearby hospital because of their injuries as well. And over the past 2 years now, over 50,000 people have died inside the Gaza Strip war. Basically, since the negotiations and the hostage release deals has ended on March 18th, Israel has decided to intensify their attacks, aerial and on ground. And so far, the second part for the negotiations has stalled, so there's no progress there. Essentially, Israel wants all Palestinians out of Gaza, and because of that, they control all the outer borders of Gaza, and they have locked it down, so no Palestinians can get in or out of the area. Human rights groups have actually called it the world's largest open-air prison because they're just stuck there. The craziest part is 65% of the population in that Gaza Strip are under 24. So there's a really young population there getting bombarded by all the airstrikes. Thousands of people have died, of women and children, in the conflict, having to do with human rights. Basically, the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child is supposed to protect children from violence and ensure their right to health care and safety. But during wartime, that's not seen at all. So the laws of war is supposed to prohibit attacks on civilians and humanitarian aid workers, but these attacks are showing that it's not fully being respected. Also, thousands of civilians, with the children being killed and injured, directly go against the fundamental human right of life. Essentially, it's a human rights crisis. So I have 2 questions. Would be, what moral responsibilities do military forces have when they're conducting these operations in such densely populated areas full of civilians, children, and women? And then what role should international mediators play when they're trying to conduct a ceasefire negotiations and they stall and the civilian casualties continue to rise?